Well, greetings interwebs. I recently went on a road trip from Florida to New Jersey. As a 14-hour trip, I filmed the whole thing, vlogged it, and lost all the footage. I was going to make a video, but then I couldn't. However, I forgot I made a backup of everything. Here it is. And it's all in good shape, so I'm making a video now. I hope you enjoy it. It's a long trip, but fortunately I have a very comfortable car, and it's well worth the ride because I miss my son so much. So I hope you enjoy this. Well, greetings interwebs. I'm getting ready to head out on a road trip, so I need road trip food. So I thought I'd make a quick cooking video as part of the intro into this road trip video. So let's get to it. Let me show you what we're working with. So I have a nice big, soft, fresh loaf of Italian bread, ham and turkey, tomatoes, an onion, fresh spinach, mayonnaise and mustard. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is not exactly difficult. Basically, I'm just making a big sandwich, cutting into pieces. But thought I'd throw in all aspects of my road trip, my planning. I've already gotten the car squared away, so now I'm working on the food. Okay, so there's a couple of things I wanted to point out. First of all, you'll notice I didn't put any cheese on it because this is going to sit in the fridge overnight and go on the road trip tomorrow morning. And by then the cheese would have turned mushy. Normally I like cheese on my sandwich, but I don't like mushy cheese, kind of gross. So I didn't. Other thing, because I'm eating this on the road, I don't want to deal with long strung out onions. So you saw I chopped them in little pieces. I drop them on here into the mayonnaise and then kind of push them in so they kind of stick in place. Yeah, I'm gonna have stinky onion breath, but hey, I'm road tripping alone, so yeah, who cares? It's just me. One of the advantages of living alone, I can eat stinky food and not care what anybody thinks. Okay, I'm gonna mash all this in, let the mayonnaise kind of hold it in place. Then I'll flip it over onto the top of the sandwich. Yeah, clearly I never worked at Subway or any place like that. Okay, here we go. You ready? Not all the onions are gonna stick. Some are gonna fall, but they mostly should stay. Okay. There we go. I'm using a serrated knife. You saw I used my nice big kitchen knife for the tomatoes and the onion, but for the bread, I'm using a serrated edge knife because this, nice and sharp, but it would just kind of mash the bread. Serrated one cuts through the bread a lot easier. And that's your daily top tip. Since the top one is bigger than the bottom, I'll flip it over. Fewer stuff falling out that way. Now I have this big container to put the sandwich in. So, the road trip I'm going on is 14 hours long. So, I'm going to be eating this sandwich a little bit at a time, all day long. So I'll cut it into small pieces. That way, I can eat one small piece of sandwich as I go. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be eating this whole thing. It's a large amount of food. But when I get there, I shouldn't have to worry about, buying any food because I'll have this monstrosity to hold me over for a little bit. As I've always said, there's a lot to be said for a really good sandwich.
Early the next morning.
So I'm gonna need drinks for the trip. Thinking lots and lots of caffeine. So here's a top tip for you. You're gonna load up the cooler. Instead of ice, get a case of bottled water. That way, as it melts, it's not making a mess. They're contained within plastic, and when they melt, you got cold water to drink. You're welcome. Oh yeah. And more. Yeah. There we go. Okay, 2:40 in the morning. Map. Got stories going. Got the cooler ready. Dash cam is up in case anything bad happens. It's 2:40 in the morning. We're off. See ya. Woo! Way far away. Okay, tank's topped off. You know what that means? I believe it's time for me to fly. And off we go. Just getting started. Full tank. And 20 minutes into the trip, 17 miles. Let's just keep going. Okay, it's sunrise. I am 4 hours into the trip, 10 hours left to go, and so far so good. I've been listening to what is essentially books on audio. It's the HFY stories on YouTube. Stopped once to go to the bathroom. I got 123 miles left in the tank. I'm going to stop the next couple hours to get some more gas. I hit some really big bugs here in South Carolina. There was one stretch of road where all of a sudden I was hitting these, I thought like big things were hitting the windshield. They were like hard, but they were big splattery bugs, but they're gigantic. Anyway, more to come. Made my first fuel stop, Rayford, North Carolina. Not bad. So I don't know what the deal was, but I was here forever just to get 6 gallons. 6 gallons. The pump's running super slow. So I'm just gonna get down the road, get gas later. See ya. So I topped off the gas tank before I left Jacksonville, and now I'm needing to get gas again. I'm in Fayetteville. So that's not bad. 1 tank of gas, Jacksonville to Fayetteville. And the journey continues.
3 hours later.
Thought I'd give everybody an update. 7 hours into the trip. I'm in Whitaker, North Carolina, and it's snack time. Little Debbie for the win. Oh yeah. Well, I just got my last tank of gas before I get there, here in Richmond, Virginia. And got some sandwiches and some Monster. Then we'll be at the end of the trip. Well, I'm in Maryland now. Gotta say, getting through Washington, D.C. was a massive pain in the neck. Hey, yeah. It's 0220. It's raining, it's cold, and I'm leaving to head back to Florida. See you on the other side. Well, it's sunrise, and I'm in Richmond, Virginia. Stopped to take a quick nap. Now I gotta go find some gas and continue on my way.